Hi everybody, kumusta mong tanan diha doy? Dami dire doy, naghimo mig video doy. Pero akong bana doy oh.
Howdy.
Howdy. Hi, howdy. I want to stay here because I'm tired. Always.
In the house.
Yeah, in our room.
Yeah.
Today is no people walking
There's nobody around. Everybody's
around.
like vampires hiding inside because they got hangovers from too much rum and San Miguel.
Yeah, and I saw people still drinking until now, and they are.
There was a man
drunk.
earlier. I don't think he ever stopped drinking from last night, and he was on the karaoke earlier, and it sounded like one of the old Jerry Lewis movies with Dean Martin, when Jerry Lewis would go into his crazy high-pitched singing. That's what it sounded like. It's pretty comical, but you know, I didn't feel like hearing it.
Yeah, so I don't know, me too. I feel
What?
I feel tired and
Bored.
bored.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Boring.
But we got our church Thanksgiving coming up this weekend. We're going to the sea, and I get to be the speaker again. That's good. I already know what I'm going to talk about too.
What about it?
About being united as one. About when the first 3,000 Christians believed and received the Holy Spirit, how they were all as of one accord. You know, wasn't no arguments, no divisions. It was all, you know, they understood it, they got it.
But remember, that's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, but this is Thanksgiving. Be together, and to be together as one accord instead of all divided and broken up into denominationalisms, and that's never what Christ intended to do. Anyhow, it's depressing.
So, what's your plan?
Right. It's the one you wanted this video. It's on you. You're the MC Hammer.
So what's
Too legit to quit. So it's all up to you.
what's your plan tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I don't know. I know I'm definitely going to the gym. Crazy people told me they'd be open today. Broke my heart when I went over there and it's closed. So
Yeah.
crushed me.
I told you that
Yeah.
if the Filipinos say that it's open 9:30, you need to go 11.
Yeah. Well, they're still not open, and it's 3. So almost 3.
Yeah, maybe tonight. They're
Whatever, I ain't going tonight.
they're
I'm
open
going early in the
tonight.
morning. Makes my whole day better when I get a good workout in. So,
Yeah. Our car looks big.
looks big, but it's tiny. It's like a micro car. So not much bigger
It's
than
like
a smart
oven.
car.
It's like oven.
Yeah, it's like a little oven.
Are you trying to toot?
I just did too. You just didn't
Really?
hear
Maybe
it. Yes, I did.
makes me dizzy. Yeah.
Do more than that.
2019.
2019.
I hope we're still young like now.
Yeah.
That's scary. We become old.
I'm ready for some R&R, rest and relaxation. From all this bickering and fighting with people wanting to debate all the time on YouTube and stuff, and people trying to defend their paper doctrines. They get all crazy on me. It's insane. It's like, okay, you don't agree with me, fine. Go make your own videos and talk about your doctrine. You know, what you gotta come at me for?
You're tired about that.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. I mean, it's been going on for almost 7 years.
Oh, that's easy. If I
I've
am
been
like
going,
you,
you don't understand though. You got,
I'm gonna block them.
yeah, well, you get all these people, and you know, you have the same arguments. Like right now, it's like it comes in different waves, ebb and flow or whatever. And now I've got all these people coming at me that are like some of the same stuff I was having to debate back 6 years ago. Like, and what happened? It's like, why don't y'all just watch my videos? Every argument you have sent me, every argument everybody sends me or wants to debate me or give me this question or this Bible verse, like, yeah, that's going to be the one to nail the coffin on top of your head, Billy. That's the one that's going to kill you, Goliath, Billy, you know. They all send that stuff to me, and I'm like, if you just watch all my videos, every one of those questions and those arrows and spears that you think are going to knock me down, I've broken every one of them over my knee and threw them down. Because I've busted all of them. I've torn down all these paper doctrines. I've burned them all down to the ground.
Are you mad?
I'm a righteous anger because I know what mankind has done. I know what people like Constantine and King James and all them who established a religion of the writings of the early Christians. They established a religion based off fear, because they manipulated the translations and worded things to make people fear and to be afraid. And like you tell somebody since they're a child that there's a chance they're going to be tortured and burned in hell for all eternity if you don't do what we say. And so I'm angry because of what they've done, and they knew what they were doing when they did it. They knew. Hey, it angers me because it's put people under a spell, but that's all.
Relax.
It's hard sometimes.
Relax. You can't control everything.
I know.
Because everything should have his own time.
I know. I get tired of dealing with some of these folks. And then you got people making videos about you. Yeah. Like, okay, man, that's all you got time to do is sit around and make videos. All I ever want people to do is just experience God personally for themselves. The only way to do that is to throw out all that mess you think you know or what you've been told since you were a baby in these buildings that they call church. You know, that word church is actually an old Scottish word, kirk, which means establishment or organization. It's ecclesia. Ecclesia is those who've been called out, those who've heard the voice of God. That's the church, you know. But I heard one guy one day say, my mama had me in the church, the Pentecostal church, since I was in a baby seat, and she'd set me down in there, and I was in there, and I remember when I turned 14 years old, I went and got baptized, and I come up out of that water speaking in tongues and prophesying. I'm like, you know, so I know my doctrine is real, you know, and I'm like, no, you've been sitting in a baby seat since you were a child, and you really got hypnotized and indoctrinated into something, and you saw all them other people all their life coming up out of that water and speaking in tongues, and you're like, they tell you, well, you know, if you're not speaking in tongues, that means you're not sealed with the Spirit and you'll burn in hell. So you can bet your rear end he come up out of that water speaking in tongues. You know, like, I want everybody to know it. Like one time, you remember that time we were at church service, worship service?
Mm-hmm.
And that guy was praying. You remember that? He was praying for somebody or praying something, and he lost his spot in the prayer. And he didn't know what to say, and all of a sudden he just broke out into speaking in tongues. You know, it's like, so he didn't want nobody to know he forgot what to say, you know. And so, but then people were like, ooh, man, that's an anointed prayer right there. And I'm like, no, he just forgot what he was going to say and got lost, and he was buying time till he could remember what he was going to say, because he finally started talking again. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me.
What
got into me. Hey, I just want 2019 to be better.
Maybe he just realized about
I think
all
so.
The stress that she got.
I think so. We need to do your testimony one day. We got to do your testimony. I had some people ask about it. They want to hear your testimony, so we'll do it. You know, this year is 2019, 19 and 2 is 21. That's 3 sevens. 21, I love that number. It's a beautiful number. I hope 2019 is the year of change. Hope so. Sorry about my ranting and raving. I sound like a lunatic.
Bye.
I hope y'all don't think I'm arrogant and mad and thinking I know everything, because I don't. But I sure do know one thing, and that's all this denominationalism and stuff is caused by religion and the men that created it to control people through fear. As long as they can control people with religion, people will never seek Christ within for themselves. And if they don't do that, then the world won't change. But if everybody sees it and finally starts seeking Christ within, they'll be open. Their eyes will be open to this illusion, to this false reality that they've created for us, the architects of this world. And the illusion will collapse, and people will stop going to their movies, buying their alcohol, smoking their cigarettes, going and purchasing things from their corporations, and will go back to the way things were supposed to be. And that was not the way it is now. And whenever we stop buying what they're selling, they'll collapse, they'll fall. Anyway, rant over. Love y'all.